What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a bit since my last upload, but here we got something a little different. We have the, let's see, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder. Let's see. Yeah, let's see right there by NECA, right there. Adventure Series issue 11. Getting a closer look with it. So he's kind of got a Krang head right there. Very different. I do like the cell shading on it. See right there, you got some accessories. A real Shredder head right there. Got the claw hands. I think there's a weapon right there in the back, and a little bonsai tree right there. Then you got artwork on the side of the box. On top of the box, you got some logos. Eastman and Lade's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures. Got the Nickelodeon logo right there. And NECA right there on the side with a little pose. And then, of course, on the back, you got some more action poses and some more figures in that line. So, without further ado, let's get this bad boy opened up. I did find this at Walmart for about $35. I thought it was pretty neat. I don't know why this is kind of beat up right here, kind of pre-opened, but I haven't opened it. Everything's fresh and brand new. I wanted to save this for the channel. Once I found out, I said that'd be pretty cool. So let's get this bad boy opened up and get a closer look at everything. Take it from there. So here's Shredder out of the box. Here we have, here he is up close. You can see the amazing detailing they did with the cell shading. Like, I know the level of glaze for this is crazy, but I'm a sucker for cell shading on a figure, especially when it comes to something that's based off of a comic book or old 90s TV show or something like that. But like, the look, I mean, the amount of painting and detail that had to go into this. I mean, you got the lines and everything. I mean, very solid, very big bonus. I didn't even know this, but this is a cloth cape. So this is very nice. Can't really pose it. You know, it's not like one of those bendy wire capes, but it's a cloth cape, and I much prefer cloth capes rather than the plastic capes that are very infamous from the McFarlane Batman figures of the early, until recently when they started adding the bendy wires. But very big bonus that this is a cloth, but kind of wish I had the bendable wire for some more posing. But here we have a spear type weapon with a bow staff wrapped up, kind of like the last Ronin Donatello I reviewed last time. Here you got your little bonsai tree. Not sure anything else more than that. I mean, even it's got its own little details on the side of it. Just can't see where the camera's not focused. So, of course, you got your alternate head scan. Absolutely amazing right here. These are actually made on separate pieces instead of drawn right there. And then all this is 3D made out right there. And you got the little shading mark right there, and then closer look at the eyes. Like so. I'll put that on later. Here we have obviously the Shredder hands, kind of like Wolverine claws. You know, that's his thing. You got the claws right there. Of course, you got your fist hands. Grabbing hands is probably for the bow staff, spear, and even these have their own intricate lines on the fingers right there, like so. And then I believe the last set of accessories are these two hands right here. These are like palming hands, you know, kind of like that. So here's a little more wide shot out of the box. Very, very good looking figure. Very underrated as well. I watch reviews before I even buy the things, before I even review the stuff. And I was saying now people were kind of questionable about how the blue was more prominent and everything else, and a few other nitpicks, but this is very underrated. And if you see it at your local store, pick it up if you're a Ninja Turtle fan or just want it in your collection. But very impressive. As I was finishing up, I want to go back over one more time just the amount of detail on this. I mean, you got on the printing on the boots with the little claw little blades right here. Got the lines on the toes. Got the Krang head with the growling expression. You got the little blades right here. Got the arm blades right there, kind of like gauntlets, kind of like Batman. Got some more blades right here. And then you got your little cape right here. Little cape on the back. Here's the behind the cape, like so. Overall, really, really solid figure. So, we'll do something a little different compared to my other videos. Here we have a returning character from our very first review. Here's how he scales with the Jada Toys Ryu, like so. A little shorter, he's a little taller than Ryu. Then we got Chunk right here. She's even shorter than Ryu. And then let's move them to the side. Pull a little gem out of my own personal collection that unfortunately I got before I started my channel. Mafex Gambit. This is one of my gems right here. And he goes falling over. Alright, we'll keep that for the blooper reel. But here he is with Mafex Gambit. He's actually taller, which is surprising. So I'd say he's probably about an 8-inch scale. 7.5. Pretty good size. Very chunky as well. And then one last returning character. We got M. Bison, which he's still taller. Right here. It's a good comparison, like so. If that makes any difference in your personal idea for wanting to get this figure when it comes to scaling. Scaling is very important if you want to pose or display or do some photography. I got a good friend that does some good photography. Let's see. But yeah, very good, very solid. I mean, I'm not even the biggest Ninja Turtles fan, and I used to be when I was a kid, but this is very, very good. I mean, maybe here, after this next part, I might take this head off, do some posing, some different stuff like that. I just don't want to tear anything up, but one last look before we wrap up. Let's get a good look at the articulation as well. He's got a very stiff, but his arms can bend up like this, kind of like a punching pose. Let's see, very stiff legs, but he can get a good kick. That's about how high you're going to get right there. Get another kick right there. Get a good T-pose. You know, like the good old meme from back in the day, and get a good T-pose going on. Like so. Let's see. He keeps wanting to fall over, so I'm having to hold on to him. Something must have fell off right there. But yeah. You can get a good T-pose going on. Here's back one more time. See, like, look at that. Right there. Like, look at the details. Like, there's even little veins popping in right there. Like, this is such an underrated figure in my opinion. I think they did really well. For $35, this is pretty good. I mean, the Jada figures were about $25 each. And those are really good. I mean, MOFXs are a little bit more expensive. But they come with more accessories, cloth goods, stuff like that. But very good figure. If anybody's looking to buy it or they see it locally, pick it up. I mean, not even my review. You can check out the reviewers, but I'd say this is a very good, solid 8 out of 10 figure. Maybe a 9. I don't want to sound like I'm glazing this thing, since that's all they say on the internet nowadays once you like something. But very, very good. Maybe we'll do a little posing session after this. But I believe our next video is going to be something special. I wanted to finish these up. I still got some McFarlanes I gotta do. Oh, quit falling over, dude. Come on. I still got some McFarlanes I have. So I got some Marvel Legends. I got SH Figure Arts. I got new stuff coming tomorrow. Y'all want to see an unboxing? I'll be glad to do an unboxing. Just gotta make sure I gotta mark out all the addresses and stuff. But yeah, so we got some good stuff coming up. Good stuff coming to the channel. I gotta make more time to sit down and do these. I love doing this. See if I don't got any viewers. I love the support I get from the few people that I see hitting the like and the comments, you know. I appreciate everybody. And if you did like this video, I appreciate the likes, comments, subscriptions, you know. Let me know what you think. Let me know how I could do better at this. What's your personal take on this figure? And yeah, we'll see you next time. Peace out.